Okay. Okay, looks like we're back again. I'm just where we left off last time, having done this. This is what we're doing. We're introducing ourselves to the modular V, and also by Machba Modular, these Filta and Shapa modules were used to give it its distinctive wah. But I think my CPU is having a hard time with all of this. And being as how I am wanting to add some drums to this and see if I can just keep on adding on. I want to zoom out a little bit and add some drums. If I do that, I think I'm gonna want to just not use this whole wah thing and maybe eventually learn how to do it correctly on the Model V itself. Maybe somebody could help me with that. Maybe somebody's done a video and I don't know about it. All right. But Machba's own video uses the Shapa and Filta like this, and that's why I did it that way, and it works wonderfully because I can change the attack. Of the filter envelope that way. Anyway, so I'm gonna change this up. I'm gonna just delete. Actually, let's look at our cables again here. All right, that works. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna. I just want to see it as they go, but I'm gonna delete these modules and just get rid of these other two channels on the left and right that are just moving the same thing. Also delete the heat modules, which are just a nice visual thingy, which is unnecessary. So what I've got left here is the mind meld, my mixer with auxes with 4 auxiliary send and returns. That's the aux expander. And then my 4 effects that are on the auxiliary returns are drive, delay, reverb, and tremolo. And that can be on anything that goes through the mixer. All right. Okay, so now that I've unhooked everything else from that, I still have the control over the Model V, but nothing going on. So, yeah. And now we're back in business. But it doesn't have the wah. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more MIDI mapping. And map the cutoff here to something. I have a lot of MIDI mapping going on. So let's map. Since this knob is free again on my Launch Control XL, I'm going to move it and click the cutoff frequency. And now I'm gonna go like this. Excellent. That's with no resonance. Let's map the resonance, actually. To this knob. And this is filter emphasis, but it seems to be kind of like a resonance. Like that little bit of squarishness, not too much. I'm not that into resonance at the moment anyway. Okay. So now we've got a regular 16 voice poly V going on. And it already has control for it, so I don't need a sequencer for it. And what I want to add is drums. So, you know, it's interesting. I just got all of these XFX modules last night, and they're free, along with all the rest of the Machba modules here that I have. The only thing I've ever gotten that wasn't free is this Model V that I just got here. The Mind Meld mixer that I use just added on and to their collection of modules, which are free. These ones, they added on an EQ master, and I'm going to watch the tutorial video for that at some point and learn how to use that. And also these XFX modules, I'm going to try those out, but not today. I mean, not in this video. Definitely today, but not in this video. We're gonna one thing at a time, and VCV Rack is enough. Seems like, or one addition at a time. And right now, I'm gonna addition drums. And what I was wanting to do was use that impromptu. I like the impromptu sequencers, and I want to try that drum sequencer, the Gate sequencer 64. Oh, I thought it was 32. Okay, 64. Oops. Okay. I think I'm going to want a clocked module, and my clock of choice is always the impromptu clocked. If I need a clock of any sort, clocked is my module. It's the one. It's the one. Okay. Now, this does different sequences. Probably chains sequences, right? So I may not need 4. But Okay, what's a good way to do drums that doesn't take up much space? Well, let's just look and go drum of what I have, which isn't much at this point. Trummer is one I really like, but I could just do let's do trummer. I love trummer. Okay, so there's that, but I'm gonna want two of them. Okay. I can handle that. All right, so I've got my sequencers. I've got my, this is in the wrong order though, I'm sorry. OCD, OCD, is it me? I'm OCD. No, I'm just tidy. I'm tidy is all. I want to be tidy. Just like I want you to see me in this corner up here. And see, I have this corner down here free for LFOs and stuff, which I'm gonna need. But I don't need attenuators because Trummer has its own attenuator area over here for for incoming LFOs to go to map to anything. In the same way that I map my hardware to VCV in the first place, it works the same way. It's just to move the thing and click it. In this case, it's just to click the button and then click the thing that you want to connect it to in the back of the module, basically. So, but for LFO, I always go with AS. Just like my effects, I tend to always go with AS, but there's a reverb in the new XFX modules I just got, so I'll check out that reverb. But the AS reverb, I used enough that I wanted to start using a different one, so I started using Valley, and I really love it for anything. So Valley is my new go do anything with it reverb at the moment. But I'm doing LFOs. I'm picking LFOs. That's what I'm doing. It's a good module because it's a tri LFO. Whoops. And so covers a lot of territory in just 8 HP of space. Did it again. Okay. I don't know why I'm putting 2 on there already. There. So here we go. That's going to be definitely for my hi-hats. I'll use 1. How about we'll just stick to 1 now, because there's 3 of them, and I only am thinking of using 1 for now. So the clocked is going to clock all my drum modules, and I know the thing about this clocked module is that it can run 4 different sounds because it's got 4 gate outs, and those can be for each of the 4 rows, like that 4 times 16 on that mode right there. So you can just have a 16 note sequence, drum sequence going on, for 4 drum voices with just 1 module. And you can do different sequences, and I get that, but what I want to do is a 64 step, just visual, I can see it all, to do it in 64 mode like this. Even though I know I can do that chaining sequences as well as a different way, I would like to just have it there visually, all 64 steps for all 4 drum sounds, right? So that's how I'm going to want to do it, even though I've never worked with this module really before. I kind of tried and I was like, So this hopefully is going to be the time where this module is going to shine for me. So the thing about Trummer is that it has 2 gates. I know everything looks really small on there, but I don't want to obscure anything. Shall we zoom in? We could zoom in. Anyway, I know where this stuff is, so here, let's zoom in. Okay, so Trummer has 2 gates on it. This left side is an oscillator usually meant for like kick drums and other things like that. Things that are drum like that require a boo, some sort of change in pitch and stuff like that. This side here are all functions that specialize in creating a noise-like thing, like a snare or a hi-hat. So it's kind of a dual module that has 2 different types of drums on one module, and they just do it this way so that you can, if you want, treat it as just one module with one one gate in, and use all of this as a more complex drum sound as one sound. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to use both the fact that it has 2 gate ins, but like I said, I'm going to use a different sequencer per sound. Okay, so now this first one's going to be my kick, and this one's going to be my snare, or clap, or whatever, or slap, or something. And then this is going to be my open and closed hat. No, I'm going to have to make the open and closed hats these 2, because those are more of that type of thing. Okay? So I'll pitch one thing up to make it sort of more non-kick-like to be in the snare position rhythmically. That was the last of my morning coffee. Okay, so before we work with this, how about we just route everything in? Zoom back out. Oops, wrong one. Zoom back out. Perfect. Okay, so, well, not perfect. Not perfect. Oh well, I'm not perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna connect the clock to the. I'm really glad I'm Mr. Basic because this is really basic stuff. So it's right up my alley. Gonna connect the clock to where it says clock. Oh, look at that. How about I connect that to that clock? Because With the kick drum, I'm not gonna need to vary the clock in some sort of way. Sometimes I like to do clock divisions on this clocked module here because it's really good at divisions because it has like per division or per thing that you can do divisions on and multiplications on. Also per clock, it has a swing and, pulse width and delay, which is a delay of the trigger or gate. It's wonderful. It's just the best clock ever. Like, if it were in real life, I'd have a hard time resisting that. So yeah, we'll do that to a clock. And so we have 3 other clocks to work with. So, and we got 3 other sequencers to work with. So there we go. They're all clocked. And it's important to connect our resets. And we can do that in multiples. Whoops. Here in VC VRAC. So connect our reset to one reset and the rest of them. By holding down Control and doing that, and doing another connection. And we can do that with most modules instead of having to use a mult or splitter for things. Just like in real life, you can use it you can do it in the cable, or you can have a module that does it. There are stackable cables, and there are also knuckles and things like that. Okay. So we got that going on. We got the run and reset. No, we got the clock and reset. We don't have, where's the run? Okay, same thing for the run. Let's do it. Run all 4 modules. This is how we create a drum set in VC VRAC. The best kind, I think, because, well, I already know from experience the drummer and clocked make a dang good one, and I hope this gate sequencer is just as good as the keyboard melodic sequencer that Impromptu has, like Foundry, which is the 4-channel one, which would be the complement to this, since it's 4 channels, and the regular 32-step, which I've used a lot too, and it's great. Okay, so now we have all our runs. So let's check it out and see. Does it stop it? Yep, it stopped all of the sequencers at once when I stopped the run on the clocked module. So my clock module also can reset everything to the first step and run. So now all of my modules, all of my sequencers are running. See that dot is going all on the same dot at the same time. That's what we want. Seems pretty slow. So the resolution of those modules needs to change. So well, maybe just on this first one, and then I can change the resolution easily on those other 3. Or just use another clocked module, but that takes up too much space. I've only got this much more space down here blank. If I just work with everything on screen like I want to in this space. It's nice to confine yourself, even when you don't have to, in this unlimited environment. For me, one reason to limit myself is CPU. It starts crackling and popping. You might experience that when I start to add too much to this. Okay, so we're still connecting things. One thing we're going to do is reconnect Right, okay, so it's always just the one output. Alright. That to channel 3, and this one to channel 2. So the kick and one hat are on channel 2, and the... No. Yeah, I knew it. I was like, it's like there aren't individual outs. Oh, yeah. Yes, there are. They're right here. Okay. Kick on channel 2, and a hat on... Well, let's make it on 4. Then we'll put our slapper or whatever we want to call it. I don't like snare drums too much. If you can pick something else, I like that better. Anyway, and then another hat. Or no, maybe a clave or something like that. Because I can do closed and open hats with my LFO, and that's what I was going to do. How about try it with a ramp here? And it'll be on the decay of this. And then the attenuator up. And then I'll make it do that. Okay, so we're all set for that to be our hi-hats. So how about we try to put in a kick, I guess? Will we be able to hear it? Oh my goodness, that was loud, wasn't it? Was that loud? It was a little loud. We'll turn these drum sounds down until we know. Okay. Dump bump. So let's tune this one up. Boom. So we know the difference while we're messing with it. And we'll put something on these. Doom. Doom, doom. So like that, and like that. Is that where snares should be? We'll just put them really basic, and then we'll tweak them from there. That's why I want to do this sequencer, because it seems like you could just really just look at it and go, I want this here, I want this there, by visuals. Oh yeah, everything has to be a lot faster too. 2, 2, 2. Stop everything, reset everything. But the resolution has to be different. Can I change the resolution? Is that what this is? No. Those are about the gates. Alright, we're gonna have to just have another clocked over here. You don't have to see it or anything. Alright. It's just gonna clock divide one thing, which is my kick. It's actually gonna multiply it. Not divide it, but yeah. You know what I mean. Okay. We're going to go ratio 2. Clock. Clock to... wait a minute. Oh yeah, just do the reset and runs, and that'll work. Okay. And then clock out to the bass drum. We'll do reset, run. What's with that ultra reverb? Oh yeah, I got the reverb up. And delays. Oh, and that wasn't even the reverb that I just turned down. Oh, maybe a little wouldn't hurt. Okay, so now we'll try these. What do these sound like? Alright. What do these sound like? Okay, so that LFO is really doing something to that. How about a square wave? Let's just work on that. I'm gonna mute those for now. And the other one too. Okay, it's opening and closing. Okay. So if I just, theoretically, if I just keep on going with this, and keep on putting them in, I could probably put in a group of these too if I watch a video and learn how to do it, but. Ah, triangle wave is much better, huh? Okay, cool. Now, okay. Now we'll figure out what this thing is. Put it here. I don't know what's gonna go on with it. Maybe. Yeah. Perfect. Cool. And then on that channel, I'm gonna put some reverb. Maybe let's start with delay. A little more reverb than the others. Okay, cool. All right. Now let's check that out by stopping everything, reset, unmute, and here we go. There, perfect. Just put it the last beat of every 16. Hope you don't mind I'm putting down the microphone now, so I can play along with it on the Model V a little bit. Okay, I didn't realize I do have the cutoff on the mod wheel, so I didn't have to put it on that knob, but, so I've got it on the mod wheel. It's better that way, huh? We're gonna have to change that to a more... Whoops, not that one. This one. Oops. Okay. Now we can start again. But I think that won't do on its own. I think we'll have to do the drum with it. Or the kick drum with it. So now we go. Okay, that's fairly straightforward. I think I'm using those drums in a way simpler way than they can be used. But hey, give me a break. I'm just introducing myself to them, and this might be your way of introducing yourself and just not being afraid to shake your hand with these Gate Seq 64 modules. I didn't say what you thought I said, and oh look, and I did it with enough modules where you could still see me and see all the modules I used there, except for the tremolo one. Tremolo one's over here. It's funny, it's still just messed up. There we go. Okay. Well, that's it for now. I'm going to take a break, and we'll see you in the next one. I'm going to save my stuff.